All right, I'm going to be going over day one on the program. It's going to be upper body and core. I'm going to be walking through each workout on each day. So the goal for this is approximately an hour and 10 minutes of exercise. And so the goal is you're going fast enough to the point where you can do the weight that you choose, and the weight's challenging, but you're not going too fast to the point where you're so tired that you have to do less weight. So you're trying to find that medium space where you're going fast enough and you're tired, but you can still do the same weight for each thing. So first thing is going to be warm up. Every program or every lift is going to have a warm up. So first you're just starting with band routine. I don't have fancy J bands or baseball bands, but you're just going to do your band routine that you do before games, before practice. It's really up to you how you want to do it. So any type of band work, whether it's going in, going out, going up, or doing some shoulder work like this. Warm up number 2, we're working our forearms. Like you learned in your training book, forearms are trained. You can see by basically any type of squeezing muscles. So a couple things you can do to warm up your forearms is you can hold the dumbbells in your fingertips and you're just squeezing your hands. They're called finger rolls. So that's one option you can do. Anything you can come up with to squeeze your hands together. If you have a few dollars, you can go get a bucket of rice and you can squeeze the rice to warm up your forearms. And then if you have any type of barbell, you can do finger curls like this. So as you can see, your fingers extend and then you just curl them together. Or you can take your bands and you get some tension and you're just squeezing your hands together, and we're trying to work our forearms and our grip strength. All right, next warm up on the program. As the program says, it should take about 20 minutes total, but next lift is going to be I's, Y's, and T's. So we're making the letter I. We're going to do 10. I'm using 8 pounds. It's up to you. Lighter the better. Just focus on form. Feel some burning in your shoulders. Get everything moving. Get blood flowing. Last count here. So I's, Y's, and T's for forearms. As far as reps or time, if you're doing the rice, I guess we gotta go to Y's. If you're doing the rice, I'd say do that for time. If you're doing finger curls, I'd say higher reps, maybe 2 to 3 sets of like 25 to 30. Really try to just go until your hands physically can't squeeze together anymore. So we're doing the letter Y and then the letter T for I's, Y's, and T's. 10 of. All right, and for the last warm up, you're just doing tricep dips. If you don't have a bench, a couch works good, and then if you can put your feet up on a chair too. So if you'd basically be going like this, we're working our triceps, which is the back of our arms. And as we're doing these warm-ups, we want to think about each muscle group we're trying to work as well. So when we're doing our forearms, we really want to squeeze and feel a burn. When we're doing our J-band work, we want to feel it in our shoulders and our rotator cuff. When we're doing our I's, Y's, and T's, we want to feel the stretch through our shoulders. And then as we're doing these tricep dips, we want to feel it on the back of our arm. If body weight is too easy, you can just put a weight on your core, or if you have dip bars, which probably don't at the moment at least, you can wear a belt with weights. But going into these tricep dips, you're just doing as many as you can. Try to get pretty low too. You kind of want your shoulders to be at least level with your arms. You don't want to be doing like this. You really want to get a good stretch through the back of your arm. And again, you can use a couch, you can put your feet up on a chair, and it says still failure, so 2 sets until you're going, and then it burns so bad, or you get enough fatigue to the point where you can't push yourself up anymore. All right, warm up is done. We're gonna get into the full workout now. This part should take about 45 minutes. So again, we're trying to feel each muscle. We're trying to learn what it feels like to work each muscle, and this also helps with, say something starts feeling off or wrong, I've been working my chest a lot, and my chest feels sore, or something kind of feels off, or I've been working my shoulders a lot, my shoulders are maybe starting to feel off. So as we learn how to work each muscle, we also know what feels good and how it's supposed to feel, and we also know when, hey, maybe pushing too hard, maybe my form needs some adjustments, something's starting to feel off. If something starts to feel off, I'll push it. So first workout we have is going to be just a standard dumbbell chest press. But what I want you guys to do is, so how we work our chest is by pressing, but you can press across your arm or across your chest. So by pressing, it works your chest, but if you cross your arms, you really feel it. So before you do your chest press, I want you to put your left arm outside of your leg and your right arm outside your leg, and I want you to squeeze your chest together for about 5 seconds. So it'll be as hard as you can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna really feel a contraction in our chest, and we're gonna get our dumbbells. If you don't have a bench, I'll show some variations. So this is gonna be 4 sets of 6, and we're really trying to generate power and be explosive like an athlete. So 1, 6. If you don't have a bench, you can, again, go on your couch cushions or whatever, and put your feet up on a chair. You can go like this. Imagine the bench is your couch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you don't have a bench or a couch to use, the last option is to do a floor press. So you're still working your chest. As I mentioned in the training program, your range of motion is just a little smaller. So you're just have it a little easier because your elbows don't go down as far down here. They're more up. So 1, you're gonna pound out your 6 reps, and you're doing 4 rounds of 6 powerful chest presses. Once you're done, once you choose your variation, once you do your 6, I want you to cross your arms again and really squeeze your chest together for another 5 seconds and get the blood flowing to your chest. All right, workout number 2 is gonna be a dumbbell row. We're gonna be working our lats in the upper part of our back. We're pulling like a lawnmower. We're gonna keep the dumbbell either in a straight line or 45-degree angle. We aren't gonna hold it like this and row out. It's gonna be more of a 45-degree angle or more of a neutral grip. And with a lot of these, I want to work on tempo. So I want you to go down slow, 1, 2, 3. And then when you go to row, we're gonna be powerful like an athlete. So we're gonna pull hard, down, 1, 2, 3. So we got 3 by 8. And if it's a single arm movement or a single leg movement, you're doing them on both sides. So we got our foot out to the side. If you don't have a bench, do it on a couch. You put your right hand for stabilization. I'm rowing with my left. I got my foot out. I feel balanced. So power, up, down slow. 1, 2, 3, power. 1, 2, 3, row. 1, 2, 3, row. 1, 2, 3, row. So we're going, we're gonna do 8. Now you swap. If you don't have a bench, use your couch, use a chair, anything to get in this bent over position. Our back is flat, but somewhat angled to flat. So now I got my left hand here for stabilization. My leg is out to the side, and we're gonna go power up. 1, 2, 3, row. 1, 2, 3, row. So we're rowing, and we do our 8, and that is gonna be workout number 2. Okay, workout number 3 is just gonna be standard bicep curl, and this is gonna work our biceps here. We work our biceps by curling the weight up. This, again, there's notes in there. Challenging for 8 reps, not impossible for 8. It should start to be difficult at rep 6, maybe rep 7. So with these 2, after we're done, so we're gonna do our curls. We're gonna do 1, 2, and be powerful, but try not to swing. These are really heavy for curls. These are 30s. You can do them standing or seated, but we're curling. We're gonna do our 8 reps. Don't need to bore you guys. After you do your 8, you'll feel it in your bicep, and I want you to squeeze either your arms together like this, your arms together like this, or like this, and really squeeze for about 5 seconds and really feel the contraction, feel the burn. We're trying to keep the blood flowing through the muscle. All right, final exercise for this upper body workout portion is going to be 4 sets of 12 lateral raises. As you learn in your training book, your shoulder is composed of 3 parts. So if we want to work the front of our shoulder, we lift the front, our arm forward, because that works this front part. If we want to work the side of our shoulder, we move our arm to the side, and we're targeting the side part. And then we do have it's called your rear delt, or your rear deltoid, and that's on the back side of your shoulder. And to work that, you lean over and you're bringing your arm out to the side, and that's going to work the back side of your shoulder. So these are lateral raises, so that's going to work the middle part, or the lateral head of your shoulder. So again, seated or standing. If you don't have a bench, use a couch. So we're just going out to the side. If you want to do seated, or if you want to do standing, and you have a slight bend in your elbow. You don't want to be bent like this, and you don't necessarily want to be straight arm either. It's just a slight bend in your elbow, and you're just thinking of pulling your hands out to the ceiling, or pulling them up to the ceiling, and you'll start to feel it in the side of your shoulder. That's what we're trying to hit. And 4 sets of 12. Again, all these weights should be challenging, but not impossible. All right, so Goal time for the warm-up is 20 minutes. Goal time for the workout is 45 minutes. Again, if you get it done sooner, great. Don't rush through anything, but also try to get done just a little before the allotted time. I don't want this to take 2 hours, and if you're pushing yourself, you should have no problem getting it done in the estimated time. So lastly, we have core. So for day one, we're gonna work our obliques first. We're gonna do Russian twists. Got 75 total, so left and right is 1. If you want to add weights, that's totally fine. So we are working our obliques. If you think about hitting a baseball or throwing a baseball, a lot of power in baseball specifically is from rotational core exercises. So whether you're throwing, you're twisting, or if you're hitting, you're also twisting. So, excuse me, Russian twists are a great exercise. So you can start right, left, 1, 2, 3. So we're doing 75 total. You can do them in sets of 25. You can do 50 and 25. You can do 30, 30, and 15, however you want to do it. And then the crunches. So crunches is going to work your upper core. As you know from the training book I made for you guys, there's multiple parts of your core as well. So any type of twisting movement is going to train your obliques. And then for your upper core, that's going to be crunches. So if you want to work your upper core, think of bringing your head towards your stomach, and we're crunching these top part of our abs. If we want to work our lower core, it's the opposite. We're bringing our knees to our stomach. So this part of our core is crunching. These would be considered reverse crunches or just knee raises. But for this one specifically, we're doing crunches to work the upper part of our core, and where we want to feel it is this top part, kind of right under our ribs. So there's a couple ways. If you want to have your knees bent, your knees flat, or your knees up, it's up to you. I think I'm going to do these with my knees bent like this. And you want to keep your head up. You don't necessarily have to go all the way down, but you want to keep the tension, and you want to keep your shoulders lifted too. So you come through and you crunch, crunch, crunch. So we should really think about bringing our head towards our belly button and really squeezing the top part of our core at the top too. So once we get up here, it's the most contracted, and we want to squeeze, and then we come back down, and then we squeeze. And 75 total. Again, doesn't matter how you break it up, just get the total amount. Slow and steady for those.